I, as a very sensitive person, have spent a lot of time collecting a lot of tools to just help navigate that space so that we can feel better, so that we can, kind of bring our systems down into a place where we can rest and heal and receive rather than constantly be kind of vibrating at this anxious state. So, this is one of my very favorites. This is a tool from a technique called Body Talk, and it sort of combines emotional freedom technique, the tapping, if you're familiar with that, with some of the elements of Body Talk. So you can certainly research it. I think the method is called balancing your cortices. Some people call it brain balancing. But basically what it does is it just brings your system down into a space of, settled rest and comfort. Basically, I got prompted to do this video today because I was driving this morning and just found myself starting to panic. It could be partially because I haven't slept well the past few nights and I've had a lot of my own anxiety around certain things in my life. But also I think I was picking up on some anxiety from some other people. And so I was driving and I started to feel myself almost on the edges of like a panic attack. Not quite there. I was like maybe a few feet away from the ledge of the panic attack, but I could sort of feel the emotion and the anxiety starting to roil through. And so I started to do this technique at a stoplight, which I wouldn't recommend because I had to stop kind of a third of the way through and then my system didn't know what was going on. But when I got home and I finished the technique in my driveway, everything just calmed. I felt so much better. All of the panic, all of the anxiety was gone. I felt great. I came home and actually a lot of what was causing me personally anxiety kind of shifted. Like a lot of work came in within like an hour and a half, and a lot of money came in within an hour and a half. So that kind of shifted the real world reasons I was having anxiety. And I find that really fascinating when we shift our bodies, our systems, our emotions, our thoughts out of anxiety. It can sometimes prompt life to shift out of anxiety. It's almost like, our real world is mirroring our inner world. So this may or may not be a cure-all for you, but it certainly will help. This is one of, again, my favorite techniques. I try to teach it to everybody I work with friends, everybody. So anyway, now that I've talked for 3 minutes and 33 seconds, let's actually do it. So basically it's really simple. So you're going to take both of your hands, take your non-dominant hand and put it first at the base of your neck. So sort of like right back here, like right at the curve of your skull. And the process is simply tapping over your head and your heart while taking deep breaths. And as we're doing this, we're going to move our hand up and around our head. And then we're going to finish here. So let's just do it together so you can sort of see what this feels like, see what it does for you. And honestly, this is something you can do every day. When people are in super, super anxious periods, I sort of recommend doing it in the morning when you wake up and at night before you go to bed and, anytime during the day that you need it, because it really is effective at bringing our system back down to a space where, where we can feel comfortable again, where we can feel balanced. So, and there's a lot of other scientific stuff that this technique does, which I'm not going to talk about because you can find that online. I just want to play with it with you so you can see how it feels. So, non-dominant hand on the back of your neck. And then just start taking deep breaths in whatever way feels right to you. So, in and out. In and out. And I tend to recommend at least 2 rounds of tapping over the head and the heart for each placement of your hand. And you can go as long as you want at each spot. Just let yourself kind of be guided with it. So now we'll move to the next place. So just move your hand up a little bit on your skull and just keep breathing and keep tapping. So just in and out. one more round here, in and out. And we'll move up one more, in and out, in and out. And so then up to kind of the top of your head. And then you can come to your forehead. And then you can just bring both of your hands to the sides of your head and sort of hold your head for as long as it feels good. Whew. And there you go. See, that was about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And, you know, you're probably feeling a shift. You're probably feeling quieter and more grounded, more settled in your body. And that is really key for those anxious moments, those moments when we're feeling everybody else's stuff. We want to come back into our body, because our body is actually it's a really beautiful and powerful tool for us. You know, the things we do physically really can support our mental health, our mental wellness. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I'm Amber Adrian. You can find me at amberadrian.com. I have lots of fun things to play with online. So I hope to see you again, and lots of love.